should be fine.
Hello, everyone. Welcome to Everything Football and welcome to the Prediction Show. Match week 6 is almost upon us, the second last week before the next international break. And so far, it hasn't been good for me. So far, the experts have won 4 times and I've only won once. So my start to the season is basically worse than Everton's performance last night against QPR. And I have an Everton fan with me here today. Kieran, the legend, how are you?
I'm good, lad. Obviously, last night was awful. Absolutely shambolic. We were recording this on Wednesday, aren't we? And we just lost to QPR on penalties. Yeah, I mean, I knew that was coming straight away. 30 seconds in, the Everton joke came. But yeah, I'm doing all right. Sometimes you just got to disassociate yourself. When you see a performance like that, you just shouldn't hang yourself up over it too much. So, yeah, I'm doing fine.
Absolutely. So let's see if Kieran is going to make it 5-1 to the experts. So I'm going to close the gap to 4-2. A couple of people that Kieran knows, Josh and Ben from FPL Grudges, they've both picked up wins against me. They're part of the 4 for the experts. So let's see how you do. So the first game we are going to be predicting is the first game of the weekend, a big one, a very, very big game. Chelsea against Manchester City. Kieran, what do you expect in this one?
It's going to be a tough game. And obviously you've got, I love Lukaku, man. Every time we talk about Chelsea, I've just got to talk about this man, Lukaku. And I think he's going to bag a goal in this game. He's just absolutely phenomenal. Him and Ronaldo are going to be the top goal scorers this year. So I'm going to say Chelsea will score. Now, City, to me, they always start the season off a little bit rough, don't they? Last season they did, and this season they've not started the best either. So I'm going to go for a 2-1 win to Chelsea.
Wow, another Chelsea win. That will be, they've already played Arsenal, Liverpool, and Spurs, and they haven't lost any of those games. If they beat City, do you think it's too early to say, or do you think they'll be title favourites if they beat City?
Oh, I think they're up there already. Honestly, regardless of this result, they're up there because Tuchel's just got the squad he wants, and all he needed from last year to improve as a goal scorer, and he's got the best out there. So I think they are definitely title contenders.
Okay, I'm going to go for a draw. I'm going to go for Chelsea 1, City 1. I think they're going to draw here. So Chelsea 1, City 1. I do not know the reason for this, but United and Villa are playing at the same time as well with Chelsea. The early kickoff on Saturday. I've never seen that before. So what's the prediction for this one?
Right, look, we've got to back Man United. Obviously, Aston Villa whooped us last time, 3-0, which was not a happy experience for me. But I'm going to go for a 3-1 win to Man United. I think Man United, their attack, it's Ronaldo. It's too strong, man. They don't. I know they don't have a good centre mid. You've got McTominay, you've got Fred, but they don't need that. They've got one of the world's best players in Ronaldo, and he's just scoring every single week. So it's got to be 3-1.
3-1 to United. Wow. Villa got the 3-0 win last week, as you said. They're going to be playing Chelsea midweek in the Carabao Cup, so I don't know how they're going to do in that one, but I think United will win. I'll agree with you, but I'm going to go for a 3-2 victory for United. I think Villa will get 2 goals. I don't think United's defense is that strong, so 3-2 to United. And the next game, the 3 o'clock kickoffs, the first one will be Leicester against Burnley. Leicester, not the best start to the season. Do you expect them to be in the top 6 this season? And what's the prediction for this one?
Right. You know what, Leicester, right? I don't know what's happened this season. Look, it may be reactionary me saying this, but I think they're one place above Arsenal are, and we've all been, going on about how bad Arsenal have been this year. So I think the Burnley are going to win 1-0. That will be. I don't know why that is, but Burnley might pull it out of the bag for some reason. I don't like Leicester at the moment. Look, it's 38 games you've got, and they've only played about 4 or 5, but I don't feel Leicester at the moment. I don't like what they're doing at the moment. They need to change something up. I don't know what that is, but I think Burnley might shock us all.
Wow, that's a bold prediction. 1-0 to Burnley. I think I'm going to go for a Leicester win. Obviously, last week a team like Brentford beat Wolves away from home, which is a surprise. But I think Leicester will win. But it's going to be a close game. I can see it being 1-1 for majority of the game, and then Leicester nicking it to the end. So 2-1 to Leicester. That's my prediction for that one. The 4th game, same time with Leicester and Burnley. Leeds against West Ham United. Antonio is back for West Ham. Leeds picked up their first. They have not picked up a victory so far this season yet. So, what's the prediction for this one?
Right, I think this is the game that Leeds kick on. Obviously, I just feel like West Ham. at the moment. I spoke to Georgia actually after, and I saw Jamie's vlog as well. There seems to be, whenever West Ham are playing, I know they're not playing at home this game, but I just feel like there's something underlying which tells me that West Ham aren't going to crack on and, go and be in that top 6, top 8. So I'm going to back Leeds on this one. Obviously, I feel if West Ham were playing at home, I'd be more guaranteed in saying that Leeds are going to win. But I feel like Leeds, they've just got to do it now. They just have to get a win. And I'm going to go for a 2-1 win to Leeds.
2-1 wins Leeds. I'm going to go for a draw here. West Ham's game this season have been very, very entertaining. Last week against United went to the wire. I think there was a 4-2 against Newcastle. There was another 3-2 win against Leicester, if I'm not wrong, or 4-0 or something like that. They score goals basically and they concede a lot. And Leeds love goals. So I'm going to go for a 2-2 draw in this one. The next one is going to be Watford against Newcastle at the same time as well. What do you expect in this one?
Well, I'll tell you what now. I'm not going to be watching this game, but let's just back Newcastle 1-0. I think this is going to be a really, unless you're a Watford or Newcastle fan, you're not watching this game. I know that actually, shout out to that Australian referee. He's going to be refereeing. He's the first overseas referee for the Premier League. So we'll see if he does well. And I'm just going to back Newcastle 1-0.
Well, there's a start from Kieran. I did not even know that, so that's going to be an interesting game. But still, I'm not going to be watching that. Good luck to the referee, but that's it for me with that game. I'm going to go with Watford 1, Newcastle 1. I think I'm going to go for a draw. I think Watford are really good at home last season in the Championship. I don't think they'll lose. Speaking of losing, we have Everton and Norwich next up. So surely you're not going to lose this one. Norwich, no wins so far this season. Even Arsenal picked up their first win against Norwich. So what do you expect in this one?
Sorry about that, Glenn. I'm going to go for Everton 2-0. Look, I think that even though Everton have we've got injury problems. James Rodriguez has left now officially. We've got Coleman, Pickford, and Richarlison all out for 2-3 weeks. We've got a depleted squad, but Norwich have not won 15 Premier League games in a row. 15. And to me, that just says we've got to win this game. And Rafa will pull out the bag because we are at home. Okay, and I know last time we played Norwich, it was 2-0, and they did beat us at home. But we're just going to win it. We are going to win it, hopefully.
I wonder whoever badged in, if they're a Norwich fan. Maybe they could be a Norwich fan and they're just telling you to go for Norwich win there. Obviously, you don't have Calvert-Lewin. You don't have Richarlison as well. Where are the goals going to come from?
I mean, that's a mystery, isn't it? That's a mystery. But Rondon's looked out of it, to be honest with you. Rondon, to me, he just needs a few more games. So I think Demarai Gray for me, he has been phenomenal. Same with Townsend, to be honest with you. These two kids, I say kids, Townsend's about 30, but Townsend came in, brought leadership, brought a bit of maturity, to be honest with you. Like yesterday when we were watching QPR, he was the only mature player on that team. And Demarai Gray's brought youth and a bit of fight and a bit of passion into the team. So I think those two are the ones to look out for getting our goals.
I think it's been amazing. I think if he would have started yesterday, he might have gotten a goal for himself as well. So I think Everton will win this, and I'm going to go for Everton 2, Norwich 1. If Richarlison or Calvert-Lewin not there, I'd probably have gone for more goals, but I'm going to go for a 2-1 win for you guys. The next game is going to be Brentford against Liverpool. Liverpool, once again, no one is expecting them to win the title, but they're going about their business quietly and picking up the wins, scoring goals, clean sheets. They've only conceded 1 goal this season, and it was from a set piece against Chelsea. So another Liverpool win here?
Yes, absolutely. 3-0. 3-0. Look, I know I'm an Everton fan, but it's free. Sorry, Brentford. I know you're actually, you know what? It's very harsh for me saying that because I know Brentford have a really good defensive record so far. They're up there in the XG with the likes of Man City and Liverpool. But Liverpool are a force to be reckoned with this year. I think they've pulled the carpet from under all of us and they are going to crack on. And I feel like this is going to be a big statement from Liverpool, 3-0 win.
I think Brentford will get a goal here. I think they'll score their first goal against Liverpool. Liverpool consider their second goal of the season. Ivan Toney has looked good. Last time out against Wolves, they just scored 4 or 5 goals that game. So I think I'm going to go for 3-1 Liverpool win. Then heading into Sunday, Southampton against Wolves. Southampton, a team you played in the first game of the season, and you beat them 3-1. So do you expect them to win in this one against Wolves?
I think it's going to be a 0-0. I think both teams. I know it's very boring, but I don't know, man. I think Wolves. If I'm going to back anyone, it'll be Wolves. But I just don't see them scoring in this game. I really don't. I think that both teams have been disappointing this year. To be honest with you, they really have. Southampton looked really good in that first half against Everton, but since then, I know they drew against Man City last game, but there's no real attacking threat. Obviously, with Danny Ings going out, and for Wolves as well, they still need time to adjust. And you've seen that because they haven't won a game yet, I don't believe. So 0-0.
0-0. I'm going to go for a draw as well, but I'm scored draw, so 1-1 in this game. The next one is another big one, Kieran. You know how big this game is to us. Tottenham have not looked good. Arsenal did not look good in the first three games. Tottenham have not looked good in the last 2 games. So is it pointing out to be a draw here?
Arteta masterclass, Glen. It's going to be 2-0.
2-0?
2-0, yeah. 2-0.
I love that.
Spurs will bottle it. They will. Look, everyone's going to crusade me in the comments. Oh, Kieran, you absolutely hate Spurs. Why do you hate Spurs? So rich coming from an Everton fan. I don't back Nuno, man. I don't back him. I'm actually thankful that obviously when Everton were looking for a new manager, I wanted Nuno in, but I'm really thankful that didn't happen. And I think Arteta's going to pull an absolute masterclass because he always performs in games like, especially against Man United. I know he always performs, and he knows his neck is on the line. And if he wins this game, he gets at least 4 or 5 games, maybe 3, just without any criticism. So I think he's going to pull out the bag 2-0.
Wow, I don't see us keeping a clean sheet. I think Ken has scored the most goals against Arsenal more than any other Premier League striker or Premier League midfielder ever. And also, he has the most goals in North London derbies. So I can see him scoring again, whether it's a penalty or whatever. So I'm going to go for Arsenal 2, Tottenham 1. I can see them getting a goal. And the last game of the weekend is going to be on the Monday. It's Crystal Palace against Brighton. A derby of some sorts. What do you expect in this one?
This is a difficult one, because these two teams have played really well at the start of the season. Obviously, Brighton are 4th. And I feel like with Crystal Palace, even though they haven't got all the results they wanted yet, they look like a good team. They look like they're building something there. So I'm going to back Palace in this game. 2-1. I know people might go, oh, Brighton. I know you don't like. I've got a bit of a bias against Brighton, but I think Palace are going to win this game 2-1.
Okay, to make it very interesting, I'm going to go for the opposite team. For the final game, I'm going to make it interesting. I'm going to go for Brighton 2, Palace 1. They've started the season very, very well. So 2-1 to Brighton. So those are your predictions for match week 6. The last 2 questions, the bonus questions. One player to definitely score this week. I think there's only once out of the 5 weeks so far, there's only one person who has gotten one player to score. It sounds easy, but it's very difficult. So which player are you fancying this week?
Romelu Lukaku. Got to back my boy. I love him. I absolutely love him. I would have backed Ronaldo, but it's got to be Lukaku.
Lukaku against Man City. That's a bold prediction. I'm actually going to go for, since you backed us, I'm going to go for one of your players. I'm going to go for Demarai Gray to score against Norwich. He was rested in midweek, so I think in starting this one, I think Norwich have been poor defensively. Great to score. The last question is total number of goals to be scored this match week. Now, last week, my guest, he actually got it spot on. He predicted 24 goals, and there were 24 goals. The first time ever anyone has ever predicted this correct score. So how many goals do you think will be there in the 10 games?
32. I don't know why. Sure, just a random guess. I don't know. Yeah.
Okay, I'm going to go for 27. That's my guess, 27. So thank you very much for coming on. That's your Match Week 6 prediction show. Where can they follow you?
Just Kieran Rants everywhere. YouTube, Twitter, TikTok, everywhere. Just Kieran Rants, and we will be live for the Everton game. If you don't mind me plugging that for Everton versus Norwich. So if we lose, you know where to be, or if we win, you know what I mean. So yeah, that's all I gotta say.
As long as Demarai Gray scores for me, I am okay with that. So thank you for coming on. His link will be in the description. Make sure to smash the like button. Make sure to subscribe, and I'll catch up with you guys on the next one.